Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. Have you ever experienced back pain or low back pain from doing something stupid, such as, turning over in bed or just getting out of bed, or simply bending over and trying to tie your shoe and then your back goes out? Well, you're gonna wanna stick around because I'm gonna show you 2 exercises that I know you're not doing in the gym that is gonna help prevent that back pain from doing something stupid. So, join me, shall you? So, we get a number of people that come in here with issues regarding their back and their low back. And what's happening with these folks is they're doing something stupid. In other words, they'll wake up in the morning, they'll turn over in bed, and boom, their back goes out. Or simply bending over to tie their shoe, and as they come up, their back goes out. We've even seen folks reach into the fridge. They said they reached into the fridge, and as they came back up, their back went out. So what's going on? Why are these people experiencing this bad back pain or straining their back from doing these simple, mundane, if you will, activities? Well, they've developed an asymmetry in the strength of their back muscles. In other words, one side of their back is stronger than the other side of the back. So I'm going to show you 2 exercises that are going to help bring balance back to the strong side and the weak side. Bring those imbalance between the 2 sides so that way your whole back is strong. And that way when you do something that has a little bit of rotation or a little bit of imbalance, such as reaching in with one arm into the fridge or bending over to tie one side of your shoe, one side of your right shoe or your left shoe, or just getting out of bed, it creates a little bit of that torque. And so I'm going to show you 2 exercises that'll help bring back that balance within the muscles of the back so that way you can help prevent your back going out. The 2 exercises are the Jefferson Squat and the Suitcase Deadlift, also known as the single arm dumbbell deadlift. And there's different ways on how to do it, but I'm gonna start with the Jefferson Squat here in just a second. So, the first exercise is the Jefferson Squat. Now, the Jefferson Squat is so named after Jefferson. I'm not sure what his entire name is, but he was a strongman back in the 1800s. And I've pulled out a PVC pipe here. Start out with a PVC pipe because, if you're a beginner, you're going to want to start light and work your way up to heavier and heavier weight. So what you do is you place the PVC pipe between your legs just like this. Okay? I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit so you can kind of see me better, my legs, right there, just like that. So here you are, the PVC pipe like this between your legs. And you can kind of see this, my left hand is in front of me at this point. This is the side view. I know it looks a little funny and I'm probably going to get a bunch of comments about this exercise, but I tell you what, this exercise is invaluable and I don't see a lot of people doing it and they're destroying their backs because they're not applying some of these principles in here. Well, anyway, here you are. This is the Jefferson Squat. You're here and you're taking kind of a wide stance, kind of like if you're going to do a sumo deadlift, for instance. Your toes are slightly pointed out just like this. And essentially you're going into kind of like a plie. See that? It's like a plie squat. And you can kind of see as my left arm is in front of my body like this, you can see my torso is a little bit rotated as I do this. See that? And with that little bit of rotation in my torso, it's going to create balance over one side that is strong versus one side that is weak. It's going to create balance between the 2. And then I'm going to do 1 set of 10, 15. Again, use a PVC pipe to start with just simply because the weight, as you get better and better through this, you're going to use increased weight. But start with a PVC pipe at first. And then do 1 set of 15 on that side, and then switch. Now my right arm is in front. And again, going down into a squat. And I usually recommend going down to parallel. If you can go all the way into a deep squat, then do that. If you can go all the way into a deep squat, go into a full range squat. Like right there, that's full range for me. I have the angle of the camera tilted downward, so this may not look like a full squat, but I have it angled so that way you can see what I'm doing here. See that? Boom. Deep squat, all the way back up. Deep squat, all the way back up. And the idea behind this is that your torso, see? Your torso is slightly rotated. You look at me, my right shoulder, my right hand is in front of me. You see my right shoulder is rotated forward like that. See? And it's creating that little bit of twist. That little bit of twist is going to help that asymmetry that you may have created in your low back, giving you those low back strains when you do something stupid. So, right hand forward, do set of 15, all right? Then switch, take a break, then switch, one set of 15 with the left hand forward. And as you get better and better, you're gonna use heavier and heavier weight, eventually using a barbell and weights. The Jefferson squat. And again, you wanna go down as deep as you can go. If you don't have that range of motion, full range of motion yet, work on getting deeper and deeper over time. So, that is the Jefferson squat, okay? That rotation. You'll find one side, when you're doing these exercises with the Jefferson squat, you'll find one side is stronger than the other. It's gonna be easier to have either the right hand forward or the left hand forward as you do these exercises. And you may even feel differences in the hip and the knee and the ankle as you do this. So that is the Jefferson squat. Here in just a second, I'm going to show you how to do the suitcase deadlift, also known as the single arm dumbbell deadlift. All right, so I've grabbed the dumbbell here. This is just a 10 pound, is that right? 10 pound dumbbell. And we're gonna do single arm dumbbell deadlifts, also known as suitcase deadlifts. So, here we are, just like this. And what you're doing, you're holding the dumbbell in one hand, and you're bending over to do like a deadlift with that one hand. Again, you're gonna have a nice flat back, you're gonna hinge at the hip. If you're unfamiliar with how to hinge at the hip, I'm gonna put a link in the description on how to hinge at the hip rather than the low back, so that way you protect your low back. So you're gonna hinge at the hip, your low back doesn't move, your spine doesn't move, and you bend over to your comfort level. So over time, you're gonna want to be able to take the dumbbell all the way down to the ground. So over time, you're going to want to take the dumbbell all the way down to the ground, pick it back up. See that? And this is just one arm. See that? A cue you can use is you can put your hand on your low back like I am to help prevent that low back from hinging. This is what it looks like from the front. So again, the dumbbell is in one hand. I'm bending, lifting, bend, lift. Your arm should stay straight as you do this. Right? Your arm stays straight as you do this. And again, if you don't have that full range yet, work on getting to full range. But if you can only bend over, to where the dumbbell meets your knee, stick there. Stick there. And the idea behind this, again, since it's one arm doing this, you're creating an imbalanced force that's pulling you in a different direction. So this dumbbell is pulling me like this, essentially. It's pulling me this way, but my body, my torso, my back muscles, my core has to right itself to be able to do this movement, right? And then you switch. One set of 15, and then switch. Start with one set of 15 each side, and then work to more and more sets and reps as you become proficient at the movement. Make sense? So here you are. And you're going to take your normal deadlift stance as you do this. But these are two exercises that I don't see a lot of people doing in the gym. And when you do these ones, just like the Jefferson squat, when you're doing the dumbbell suitcase deadlift, dumbbell single arm deadlifts, you're going to find one side is going to be easier than another because of that imbalance that you've created in your back. Well, anyway, these are two great exercises. They're going to help prevent that low back and back strain that you may have been experiencing over time from doing something stupid, such as grabbing something out of the fridge, tying your shoe, or simply just rolling over in bed. Add these two exercises to your repertoire of exercises, because I know you're not doing them, Jim, I don't see it. But it's gonna help create that balance versus one side versus another. If one side's stronger, it's gonna help bring up the weak side. And you'll find as you do them, one hand over the other hand and one hand on the other hand, you're gonna find one side is gonna be weaker and it's gonna be much more difficult. So, anyway, if you have any questions with this video, drop it off in the comment section below. We thank you for watching, we appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe, and when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification button because that'll keep you in the loop with subsequent videos coming here in the near future. That way you can continue to move well and live well. Also, I know you know folks who have done something stupid as well, such as simply tying their shoe and their back going out. Anybody whose back is going out, that's not normal from normal everyday mundane activities, from tying your shoe to getting something out of the fridge. So share this with them. Adding these two exercises is gonna help bring that balance back to their back, so that way when they're presented with those forces again in their daily life, their back is not gonna go out. So also, give us a like. It lets us know you care. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care.